Haters gon' hate. Boy. What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all? I don't know what else to say, but haters gonna hate. But welcome back to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. You did? Oops, great. Before we even get too far into this show, the theme of this show, and it's probably gonna be the name on the thumbnail. Heavy is the head, and where's the crown? I'm gonna say it one more again. Listen to me now. Yeah, I don't. You know me. I don't make a habit of saying nothing that don't matter. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Saying it's been around since biblical times. It's around for a reason. Crown comes with consequences, and unfortunately, our man Kendrick Lamar, he learned the hard way. But I think he prepared for it. I think he was ready for it. I think everything he did up to this point was to prepare him for the slings and arrows that's gonna come his way, because it's natural. This is what comes with being on top. Pause. But I've been searching for a way, for the right video to react to for the wonderful MONIE. If you're not familiar with Chilling with MONIE, wonderful system, wonderful content, and we're gonna review what I think was the ideal video of hers to introduce y'all to her if you don't know. So we gonna react to MONIE and see what she got to say, because it's not. We definitely agree on a lot of points that she about to make. Without holding y'all up too much, please like, comment, and subscribe. Channel, you know what I'm saying, it's bubbling like it always has been. At least for like recently, the last little month and a half. So I appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do, because y'all don't have to tune in. Y'all could be watching anything else. But you're fucking with your boy, and I appreciate that. So let's get to this video. Chilling with MONIE. She does real good content, especially for women, because her content doesn't come off as paparazzi like really TMZ-ish. She does hella homework, and like I've been saying for a while, she's going to be you're gonna see her on her channel quite a bit. She's probably going to be a mainstay on the channel. But without further ado, if you're smoking, light it up. You drinking, pull it up. We grown, so let's get to the business.
Y'all listen to the Cardi songs? How do y'all like the 3 songs? How do y'all like the 3 songs that Kendrick is featured on Cardi's new album? And there seems to be this discourse about Kendrick being a hypocrite going around. I mean, I feel like I tweeted this the other day. Well, today I think I did early this morning. I feel like every quarter people get out their old trusty thread about Kendrick being a hypocrite. Like, how many times are we gonna have this same conversation? Every time he does something that y'all deem is holier than thou or not holier than thou, we're gonna have the same conversation about him being a hypocrite. And I say this as someone who didn't care for him collaborating with Cardi.
That's me and her first point that we share right there. I'm not a Playboy Cardi fan. Like, I'm 41. his music does not resonate with me. I believe a big part about music is it typically resonates with where you are in life or where you wish you were in life. You know, music plays with the emotions and spirits and mind, and it plays with it all at the same time. It's the one media form that I think actually does that. So with me, like, again, I don't have nothing against Playboy Carti. I'm sure obviously he has a following. There's a demographic that's for him. I'm not it. But me being a Kendrick fan, I approach it the same way somebody approaches being a fan of a sports team. Every sports team has a GM. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on the team, you have to trust the process of the GM. You hoping he build the team right, and you hoping he's after a championship. It's the same thing with being a fan of Kendrick. You hope he's gonna put out the proper message. Even when the message goes off course to you like, okay, there's a reasoning. You know what I'm saying? There's a why. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely didn't. I don't get him. He's too over the top. Like, I find myself at my point in life not wanting things to be overly grand for the sake of just being overly grand. I like grand things. I like big. I only want to say that because y'all say something cringy. But I like perfect example is like the Super Bowl performance. As big of a performance it was, and how far it colored outside the box, there was a why. If I can get a why and then understand the why, I can fuck with it. I don't like shit I can't understand or whatever. It's like, what am I doing? And that's kind of how Playboy Carti plays out to me. Like, I don't understand why you do the things that you're doing.
Like I tweeted, every quarter, the casuals and the haters, they link up to throw these tantrums, and they want to kick and scream about Kendrick and how he isn't perfect and how he pretends to be perfect and that he's just a hypocrite. And I'm just like, y'all not tired? Y'all not tired of having the same conversation over and over again? And people telling y'all it's y'all who are feeling this way about him, that he's perfect. And then they get mad at his fans for not holding him accountable. And I'm just like, hold him accountable for what? And then they swear that he's above being critiqued. Y'all critique him every 3 months. The nigga can sneeze and y'all gonna criticize him about it. The man decided to do an interview with SZA in a fashion magazine. And y'all got mad at that.
That was my first indication that, okay, they gonna take Kendrick being top dog the wrong way. They not gonna be able to handle it. That was the Bazaar magazine. Was it Bazaar magazine or whatever? I don't even understand how that was. I don't understand how that was news. Like, okay, he did an interview. Did you get information out of the interview? If you did, cool. If not, well, sound like Kendrick. I don't understand the complaint about the location, because we got an interview by a black man that came from a black woman, the Ian. Sound like black culture is winning. So what was I don't understand. What were we missing from that? Like, what was it supposed to, what did people want that to be? How was it supposed to be conducted? Was he supposed to go to an old school established journalist like Elliot Wilson? I mean, I fuck with Elliot Wilson, so this is no aspersions on him. Was he supposed to go to the hot, new, trendy streamer or YouTuber like a Kai Cenat, or was he supposed to go play with the opposition and sit with academics, or what was he supposed to? Canada's Man Friday. Yeah, I call him Man Friday because I don't know what else to call it. Was he supposed to do something with him? Like, what was it that people were really wanting? Because all I heard was the complaints. All I heard was the fucking complaints. Like, I don't like people. Don't complain to me unless you should have a solution, whether it's good or bad. It should be at least viable. You should have a viable solution before you hand the complaint to me, because if you don't, I just sound like you complaining just for the sake of complaining. And that's what everybody sounded like. Y'all was complaining just because you got lips. That was my first I wish these motherfuckers shut the fuck up moment. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, they was ruining my immersion. As DJ Head would say, look that shit up. You gotta play some Grand Theft Auto RP to know that. They was ruining my immersion.
As his other two counterparts, one was on the cover of a fishing magazine and no one blinked an eye. J. Cole is riding around on his bike and no one blinks an eye.
He just rides around on
but
his
y'all
bike
want
like
to
a
think they're
hippie.
crying about no one being able to criticize him when that's all y'all do. I can probably Google Kendrick Lamar critique and thousands of articles will pop up.
We're gonna try that at the end and see what happens.
Articles will pop up. But no, y'all just want to be on the internet crying and when, like, enough. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. And again, I'm saying this as someone who hates the idea of him collabing with Playboi Carti.
I have a theory. I'm not too solid on it, but I'm down the rabbit hole on this theory enough to where I'll share it. Y'all can just tell me what y'all think. Say what y'all want about Kendrick, and I'm a Kendrick fan. I want to be clear. But a trait that people don't we want to associate with Kendrick, we throw it at Drake all the time. And it's cool. If it fit, it fit. But let's be fair, because Kendrick do this shit too. He petty. He petty and tactical. With that being said, my theory is, what if from now until the tour starts, what if Kendrick go about being petty enough to do features and whatnot with motherfuckers that were either firmly in Drake's camp, rocking with him, benefiting from him, or the ones that's sitting on the fence and don't know which way to turn? Because, you know, they sitting there like, I know he gonna fuck with me and he gonna put me on to this, and this, and fuck with your music heavy, but we ain't really did nothing. So I don't know. What if, just hear me out, what if he, you know what? Let me give me some allies. I don't need them, but I just don't want him to have them. I don't need y'all. My army already set. I just made a video. Check out my last video, because I'm telling you, the West Coast lining up some shit that's about to. West Coast, we could possibly look up a couple years from now, and the West Coast run all of music, period. That's the end. That's my hot take. We gonna mess around R&B, hip hop, soul, whatever genre you want outside of country and reggae. Might be West Coast driven. You don't believe me? Go look at my very last video. Because everybody paying attention to the wrong person, quiet as kept. And I keep trying to tell you. The West Coast benefited from having a lot of people who want to win but don't really necessarily want the light. It makes it to where there's enough airspace for everybody to shine and eat. And they got a lot of everybody's over there. Just saying. Just saying.
Out of his peers, Kendrick is the most criticized. And it's because he's held to a different standard based on the type of music that he makes. The Blacker the Berry, for example. I can't even react to the shit on YouTube under fair use because they're gonna clip the shit in the middle of me doing a reaction. Oh, you wanna uplift and talk about the Black community? Uplift your people? You want to tell gangbangers to put the guns down and unite? Nigga, you better be perfect. You can never step out of line. To them, Kendrick is a saint and he's holier than thou, which is fucking pathetic to me. Because
here's the crazy part about that. Here's the crazy part. It's not the Kendrick fans that looks at him as a saint. I'm a fan. Would I say diehard? No, I don't know, because it seems like the diehard fans is the ones that's with the blinders on, not willing to critique their guy or the person that they're a fan of, but overly critical no matter what other guy. I'm not that. Like, my criticism of Drake is kind of like aligned with the criticisms that Kendrick had. I have an issue with the image you're selling as a man. I think he does things that degrade men. Nobody ever talks about that part. He do a lot of shit that make men look terrible. He make us look like we don't know how to evolve and grow and think and fuck up and learn from it. He don't do none of that. He don't do none of that. Again, I'm 41. That don't line up with my life. Drake was gonna die off regardless. All Kendrick did was accelerate it. Because if you look at his fan base, he was naturally going to age out of his fan base. He was naturally going to age out because he hasn't evolved. How many 50-year-old motherfuckers you know sitting around told them they love the stripper, they can't do without her, that's his bottom bitch, and she love him, and then he crying because some chick left him, but he didn't want to be with her, but he don't want to see her with the other nigga. Like, come on, bro. How you supposed to get some buns? How you supposed to get some buns to his music? You're gonna be sad halfway through. Three minutes into action, and you like crying and emotional, tears and shit falling on her forehead. Like, it's over with, bro. Just saying.
Because I want to lift up my community does not mean I think that I'm perfect and that I'm a saint. No, nigga, I'm just trying to lift up my people. What the fuck are you talking about? This shit is so pathetic. It's just so pathetic to me. I don't get it. Like, how many times he gotta say, they like it when I'm pro-black, but I'm more Kodak black. His fans can get it. His fans can understand it. Some casuals can get it. Some casuals can understand it. But you hating motherfuckers? No, it just goes in one ear and out the other. And y'all are upset because his fans don't care. because they know he's not perfect. There's always been two sides of Kendrick Lamar. The I want to help people side of Kendrick Lamar, and the I will crack your fucking muffin Kendrick Lamar. That's who he's always been.
I don't understand why that's a hard part for anybody to explain. Understand, even if whether you're a Kendrick fan or you're a Kendrick hater, there's no way you can mistakenly not see the duality in everything he makes. We've been saying that. I've said this several times. It's the duality that makes him great. It's the duality that makes him easy to take in and accept. You would think you would want to listen to somebody with layers, because it makes it possible for maybe you to get this layer, this other person get this layer. Oh, you went through this, you gonna get this layer. This is going to help his longevity. The criticisms are always going to be there. But all those layers, you have to think of them as different types of people going through different types of shit. And he's going to make his audience so much broader. Because it's something for everybody. Really, regardless of where you at in life. Failures, success, dealing with hating your heart for a motherfucker. Hell, come on, man. This man he conquered lust. Something we all should be able to resonate with at one point or another in life. That wide ranging is underappreciated. And it's that exact wide ranging that's going to keep the criticism there. If he was a simplistic motherfucker, there would be no criticisms. Because there's less to critique. There's less to point at and say you don't like. It's easy to like a simpleton. I can't candy coat it. I can't sugarcoat nothing. I ain't got the time or the energy for it. Liking a simpleton is easy. Liking something or somebody with layers and levels, it's hard. Because you gotta look at all this shit. And some of y'all out there that's critiquing him, y'all just too lazy to do the homework on him and just started bitching because it's too much. You can't just look up a article, listen to a album. No, you gotta do your homework. You think I like sitting and having to go back through his catalog and re-listen to all that shit to understand it? It took a lot of time. I still haven't even put up my new review if I was to rank all the albums because I'm still not through them. And I started a week ago. Lazy thinking motherfuckers gonna naturally hate Kendrick. This is what it is, bro.
Do you want the famous me or do you want the shameless me? Or whatever the hell he said at Whacked Out Nerds. It's righteousness and it's ratchet. His first album, Section 80 is a mixtape to me. I don't count that shit as his first album. But Good Kid, Mad City, he literally tells the story of doing a home invasion. His people dying in a shootout because they were trying to get their lick back. And then him giving his life to Christ. in the middle of the street somewhere in the hood.
I will say I'm leaning towards the Pimp a Butterfly as my top. I don't know if y'all think I'm right or I'm wrong, but I am leaning, now that I'm starting to re-listen to everything, Pimp a Butterfly might be my one. I'm gonna put the video out soon though.
And some elderly black lady comes up and she's putting holy water on them little niggas.
Right.
They start reciting scripture. That's what you call duality. None of us are perfect.
Duality.
These people who are casual and simple, just simply haters of Kendrick, get upset because his fans don't care and they won't hang him off a balcony like Big Red did in the 5 Heartbeats. They know who he is, what he's done, and where he is now. And all because he told us that himself. He let us know the work that it took to be the person that he is today.
I'm telling you, he planned all this shit. He could not have had this battle without it. And I think, matter of fact, she about to say it in this video. So I want to say I heard her say it. I want to make sure I get credit where I heard that from. I didn't think about it until they told me. Because it takes, like, what it takes to put your flaws out in public like that. Think about this. You want to know how hard it is? Most of you men or women can't look at your partner and tell them the dirt that you doing in your own house. Just between y'all. It's family members fucking over other family members. Y'all can't even have a conversation within the family about that shit. He put that shit out for the world. But think about it. If you know all my fuck ups, when I finally get to speaking up and saying some shit, you can't throw it at me. I'm the one that told you about them. That's some foresight for your ass. To purge yourself emotionally like that. And then to go about rebuilding yourself physically and mentally. Way to plan, Mr. Kendrick Lamar. Way to plan.
Why can't y'all get it? If Kendrick Lamar did not go to therapy, he could not do what he did in 2024.
Yeah, she told me. That's where I heard it from.
Can he be hypocrite? Can he be a hypocrite? Absolutely. He himself has called himself a hypocrite. We all are a hypocrite at some point in life. None of us has walked a straight line. None of us. The problem with what the casuals and the haters screaming is Kendrick has never claimed to be a saint. He has never claimed to be perfect. He has never claimed to walk a straight line. You casuals, haters are looking for this gotcha moment. Y'all are looking for anything to say to put negatively onto Kendrick Lamar. Y'all are looking for a gotcha moment, worrying about just stupid stuff. And it's because y'all are the ones who look at him like he's perfect. It's not his fans. We don't look at him like he's perfect because he's not. He's still sometimes a little dusty nigga.
I don't know if I would necessarily call him a dusty nigga, but I would say more like he just nigga from the block. He look like just one of the homies on the block. if I went back to the hood I grew up in, Kendrick Lamar walking through that motherfucker would be like a shrug of the shoulders. He would blend in. That's how I picture him. He's just one of the niggas in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like his fans don't have him way up on this pedestal. I don't think we do. We just appreciate how genuine he resonates with us. It's them that's like, oh, they just think he's like God, and it's because they think of Drake as God, so we have to too. And then Kendrick wearing that crown and whatnot, that did nothing but play into it. Maybe he planned it. I know this is about to agitate y'all. If so, it was fucking genius because they agitated as fuck. Remember, he was wearing the crown. He was going against Christianity and all this other extra little bullshit. Come on, they tried to put him against the Christians. That's a move. I ain't never seen that one before. Kendrick Lamar against Christians, remember?
It's y'all who see him as perfect. And then you want to put that on us because we don't react when he do something that's deemed not saint-like. You look at him and you see him as perfect. His art is perfect. And instead of just saying it, you throw temper tantrums and try to get other people on your side to help you bury what you truly feel about him as an artist. Exactly, Kayla. Kendrick is obsessed with the duality of a man. It's all he ever raps about. Exactly, Kayla. Kendrick is a reformed stepper who reads the Bible or whatever God he prays to. He wants to fix his community. He wants to bring people together, but he will still punch you in your shit at the same time. And then he'll turn around and try to rehabilitate you.
That pretty much sums it up. Check out Chillin' with MONIE. Her shit is fire. I wouldn't even lie to you. Her shit fire. But again, that duality. That duality is if there was one word we had to use to describe Kendrick in the best way possible, duality. Because I feel like we should all be able to understand duality. Like I wanna, in my own life, just see if it help y'all understand the point of duality. Like in my own life, I live a life as a biker. So in my own personal life, I would love to be the perfect man and perfect father, or at least a decent father. You know what I'm saying? But it's some things I do in my biker life that tugs me in a way that is counterproductive to my daytime life. I struggle with it every day. That's that duality, that good and that bad. Like, there's a part of me, I love being a loyal man and not out in the streets doing no extra stuff, but there's also a part of me that's like, I hunt. I've been told I'm overly masculine though, but hell, what you want me to do? I'm 6'5", 340, 350. This is just my mindset. Like, I'm typically the biggest person in the room, but I approach it that way. So when I'm outside, I sometimes get in a way that's it's not conducive to to my home life, but I have to live with that duality. We all gotta figure it out. But the haters outside, long story short, and the good part for us as Kendrick Lamar fans is Kendrick was prepared. I think he's prepared for it. I think he knew it was coming. Again, we can't get the crying either. Let's get that out the way too. As Kendrick Lamar fans, as the hate come this way, we can't get overreactive, because that's what they do, for one. And for two, hate comes with the crown. And if we all acknowledge that he the man, he wearing the crown now, he top dog now, we gotta be willing to accept what come with that crown. You can't take the good without the bad. And it's the bad, it's part of the bad. And this is just the beginning. So let's make sure as Kendrick Lamar fans, man, we don't turn into Drake fans and get overly defensive about shit. Cause that's a slippery ass slope. And I think we better than that. That being said, this was Kush Equilibrium. Oops, great. Get at you.